Hi, my name is Kevin Halsey. I'm owner of Sun Stream Saunas here in Victoria, British Columbia, Canada. We thought we'd do a little video to talk about the different styles of heaters that are used in infrared saunas. If you're shopping for an infrared sauna, or you've already used an infrared sauna, you've probably heard a bit about ceramic heaters versus carbon heaters. I've been working with the saunas for 11 years, and that's still one of the most common questions I get from customers. What's better, a ceramic heater or a carbon panel heater? I've got examples of most of the heaters that have been used in infrared saunas literally over the last 30-40 years. So this will be a little bit of a historical review as well. The infrared saunas originated in Japan and Korea in the 1970s. Subsequently, there have been several North American companies that have produced infrared saunas. Going back to the original heaters that were used, probably to start off in Japan, were a ceramic tube style heater that we see here. This is a hollow ceramic tube. Some of the manufacturers have filled these with different minerals to enhance the infrared radiation from the heater. Another heater, this is quite dated now. We don't see this in many heaters today, but this is a steel rod that is coated with ceramic. The yellow element that we have up here on the top, this is a solid concave ceramic infrared emitter. These have been used in many brands, typically in North America and Europe. And in my several years of working with infrared saunas, I've personally sold hundreds of saunas using these heaters. There's no question that the ceramic elements put out a good amount of infrared, which means that your body will be heated up quickly, and you can certainly have a good sweat. However, in the last 5 years in the infrared sauna business, we've seen the manufacturers, many manufacturers, if not most, shift to what's known as a carbon panel heater. We've got an example of a carbon panel down below. You'll see these are very thin. And the obvious difference between a carbon panel heater and a ceramic element would be the size. In the case of all the element heaters, you're looking at small surface areas which are very hot. And depending on the wattage, these heaters will range between 400 all the way up to 900 degrees Fahrenheit on the surface of the heater. That contrasts to a good quality, high performance carbon panel that will have a surface temperature of about 180 degrees. What does this mean in the sauna? Well, typically, in a two-person sauna, if it's constructed using the element style heater, there'll be 5 of them. Again, ranging between 400 and 900 degrees, it provides something of a spot heating effect. You'll notice that this element is mounted in an steel housing with a reflector in behind the element. Well, this is to help project the infrared out. It's a small, hot, intense source of infrared. The reflector does attempt to spread out the projection of infrared, but there's no question that the element style heaters are very small, hot, intense, spot heating devices. That contrasts greatly with a carbon panel heater. And the main reason that the industry has largely shifted to using carbon panel heaters is because they provide us with a nice, widespread, even heat. So again, looking at the obvious difference of size between these little heaters and the large panel style heater, it should be plain to see that the panel heater is capable of actually hitting you, covering your body with a greater, wider spread, even heat of infrared. And this is much more comfortable in the sauna. Here, they certainly work. We've got years of experience working with these heaters, and of course for years this is all that was available. But we have moved forward, and now with the carbon panel heaters, we're able to produce a much more comfortable sauna and a more effective sauna by covering your body with a greater quantity of infrared. This is a sample of a Nano carbon heater. This is the heater that we use in our brand of Sun Stream saunas. Basically, Japan, Korea, and Taiwan have led the way in the development of carbon panel heater technology, and our heaters happen to come from Taiwan. We refer to them as nano carbon because they're made up out of microscopic carbon droplets, and these are within a composite construction to create that thin panel. Now in a moment I'm going to show you the inside of one of our Sun Stream saunas to show you how the heaters are positioned to provide you with a good sauna experience.